Here we have a presentation copy of Alice's Adventures Underground by Lewis Carroll. I'm Pom Harrington and I'm the owner of Peter Harrington. Today I'd like to show you this special copy, which is the Alice's Adventures Underground. This was issued 20 years after the original publication of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland as an anniversary. The book was immensely successful straight away, and to celebrate this they did an exact facsimile of the manuscript, which was actually called Alice's Adventures Underground. It wasn't until the publisher started working with Lewis Carroll that they changed it to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Now, Dodgson, Charles Dodgson, which is his real name and Lewis Carroll's pen name, was rather fond of doing special copies for presentations. And it is noted for December 1886 that he ordered 3 copies to be specially bound by the publishers Macmillan. One was in vellum, and that was given to Alice Liddell. The 2 others were in morocco. One's recorded as going to Alice's mother, and the 3rd is unrecorded, and we believe this to be the 3rd copy, which actually went to a very special recipient. The presentation bindings are exactly the same as the original bindings in the sense that the tooling's the same. The original binding is done in red cloth, but if I can just point you to the boards here, the tooling they used on the boards front and back are the same tooling they used on the regular trade edition. So this makes it a publisher's presentation binding. Now the recipient was the widow of an old family friend of his, and it's presented to Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Albany, by the author, in grateful recollection of 3 happy days and of 2 sweet children, August '89. The story of the Duke and Duchess of Albany, the Duke of Albany was actually a friend of Lewis Carroll at Oxford University. He was chair of the Chess Society at Oxford, and presumably that's how they became friends. And at one point, the Prince Leopold, the Duke, actually dated Alice Liddell at the time, it was suggested. Sadly, he passed away shortly after the birth of his 2 children, who were named Charles and Alice. Some suggestion it's named after, to do with Charles Dodgson and Alice. Lewis Carroll actually met the Duchess of Albany after his passing, and actually this is a memento of that occasion. The book was taken in and put into the family library, and we have this bookplate here of the family library. It's actually of the Duke, although he had passed at this point, given the provenance of the book. Now, being one of only 3 presentation bindings, and with a royal provenance, this makes this copy very special indeed and would fit into any important Lewis Carroll collection. For more details about this book and other books by Lewis Carroll, please see the Peter Harrington website.